Now on CoastTV News.
We're seeing mostly clear and cold conditions this morning, otherwise increasing clouds today and milder conditions, even milder as we go through the rest of the week with some rain chances as well. I'll track it on Futurecast coming up.
First votes in the first primary, the town in New Hampshire that opens its polls at midnight to get today's primary underway.
Heated debate on dwellings, the differing opinions on proposed housing help for those who are struggling, and we're breaking down the plan being pushed in Milford.
Hazmat havoc. Several crews worked to put out this Monday night fire in Milton. We got the status of its investigation.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And welcome to our 6 o'clock hour. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley. It is Tuesday, January 23rd, 2024.
Yeah, I've got a warmer Tuesday in the works, and soon, I think we're going to get a break from those heavy winter coats. I got my puffy coat today. It was cold this morning.
Very cold this morning. I heard Bob say during a commercial.
You did.
Light jackets.
Oh, I did hear that.
Friday. Yeah, baby. That's what we're talking about. Let's bring in Bob right now. Bob, I'm getting excited. I'm thinking like short sleeves, hats, sunglasses.
Yeah. Yeah, by the end of the week, definitely short sleeves and windbreakers and the lighter clothing, but not this morning. You still have to bundle up out there because you'll be scraping some frost inland, 20s and lower 30s, so we're below freezing, still feeling like winter, still have some of the slick spots on the road, so be careful out there. Mid-30s along the coast, winds really not an issue this morning, but they're starting to come out of the southwest. That's a warmer direction, and we are starting to increase some high clouds right now, and the trend is for increasing clouds today. So sunglasses early, then I think it'll turn cloudy as we go into the afternoon as Arctic high pressure is sliding away, and as a result we do start to warm up, but we're increasing the moisture too. You see the clouds starting to fill in mid-morning with temperatures above freezing, low 40s by noon as we get into a thicker overcast, and then I think by mid-afternoon we're in the low to mid 40s. So if you're taking a stroll along the boardwalk, you do want to bundle up, and it will be a little icy out there in spots this morning, but that quickly melts off with temperatures warming in the 30s and eventually into the 40s later this morning.
All right, we have breaking news this morning. The first votes in the New Hampshire primary took place just after midnight. This was in the small town of Dixville Notch. All 6 voters there are going for Nikki Haley.
I love that. All 6 voters. That's so cute. This despite polls showing former President Trump with a significant lead. NBC's Bree Jackson shows us the candidates for each party in the presidential race and some opinions of voters.
Republican candidates delivering their closing message to New Hampshire voters. Former President Trump wants to seal the deal for the GOP nomination.
We're coming to take over the beautiful, beautiful White House, and we're going to run the country the way it's supposed to be run.
Trump's former UN ambassador and Republican rival Nikki Haley seeks to finish stronger here than her third-place finish in the Iowa caucuses.
This really is an option. Do you want more of the same? Or do you want to go forward?
That's the sentiment echoed on the Democratic side.
They don't want Donald Trump.
Dean Phillips is challenging President Biden. Phillips is considered a long shot, but he tells me he hopes to build momentum in the Granite State, where Joe Biden's name is absent from the ballot.
He needs competition because if we coronate him, it's lights out. Donald Trump is coming back to the White House. That's just the truth.
Biden could still win New Hampshire through a grassroots Right-in Biden campaign.
He's done a stand-up job with the economy, and I don't see why we would pick anybody else to continue that work.
Here at Stark Brewing Company in Manchester, craft beer is flowing, and so are conversations about the presidential race. Some say they are not enthused about their choices.
This is a tough election. This is a really tough election. Nobody wants to vote for people. They're all voting against people.
A sense of frustration as the first in the nation primary gives the country a sense of where voters stand in the 2024 presidential election. In Manchester, New Hampshire, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
After former President Trump's blowout win in the Iowa caucus, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley seeking to draw in independent voters and Democrats in New Hampshire. This is an open primary state. That means Democrats can vote for Republicans and vice versa. This could make it a make or break situation for Nikki Haley's campaign.
A New Hampshire Democrat plans to file a complaint with the state attorney general over an apparent robocall that appears to encourage supporters of President Joe Biden not to vote in today's presidential primary.
We know the value of voting Democratic when our votes count. It's important that you save your vote for the November election.
Biden not on the ballot, as he wanted to make sure South Carolina was the first primary for Democrats. At a last-ditch effort by his campaign, like we just saw, it's underway in New Hampshire, attempting to encourage voters to write in Biden's name.
We have an update in Delaware following last week's postponement due to illness. Governor Carney is rescheduling his 2024 State of the State address, and the governor will now give that address on Tuesday, March 5th. This will be at 2 p.m., and it will be in the House of Representatives chamber in Legislative Hall. Now, this week, he will also present, his budget proposal for the fiscal year 2025. That will be Thursday at 1 p.m.
Heated debate in Milford at its public hearing for the proposed Pallet Village. The Pallet Village is a program that gives the homeless temporary housing and a literal address. That way, applying for things like jobs or bank accounts can go smoother. Some of the possible locations for this project include right behind the new police station or off of Milford-Harrington Highway. It's a little outside of downtown. According to a spokesperson, Milford has been exploring the idea since a homeless encampment was disbanded last Christmas, and they say it's an issue that needs to be addressed.
We've seen tent encampments pop up in various places since then, and Code Purple is certainly quite busy. Brandywine Counseling. Council did pass the ordinance about the panhandling at intersections. So in various conversations and discussion, it's happened.
And according to Bloom, there could be more public hearings if the topic does not move forward within City Council. We have reaction from what was at times a heated debate there in Milford. That's coming up later on CoastTV News Today.
Well, moving on to some somber news, we now know the identities of the 2 U.S. Navy SEALs who died off the coast of Somalia earlier this month. Navy has released their names. They are 37-year-old Navy Special Warfare Operation First Class Christopher Chambers, who is from Maryland, and a 27-year-old Navy Special Warfare Operator Second Class, Nathan Ingram. The SEALs disappeared January 11th. They were attempting to board a ship to search for Iranian weapons. One fell into the water due to some 8-foot swells. The second SEAL disappeared after diving in to help, and both presumed dead after a 10-day search. Maryland Governor Wes Moore released a statement focused on Special Operator First Class Christopher Chambers, and it reads in part, "He was a true patriot in every sense of the word. He put his life on the line for our safety and security, and we will never forget his ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty."
Happening today, it's the next step to increase the law enforcement presence in the Dagsboro 100. This is just south of Millsboro. The plan calls for a police station to be built east of Patriots Way. Approximately 44 acres is needed. To do this, a conditional use of the land currently zoned for agricultural and residential must be approved. This is scheduled for one of the public hearings this afternoon at the Sussex County Council meeting.
Ocean Pines is working to get their finances set for the 2024-2025 fiscal year. In its proposed budget, over $18 million in expenses is what will be on the table. The largest increase is for police at over $500,000. The biggest reduction occurring for the yacht club at over $79,000. And a town hall to discuss the budget is scheduled for February 7th.
The icy roads and snowy landscape made it difficult driving this weekend. A lot of people on Delmarva opting to forego shopping and dining in favor of snuggling up with a blanket on the couch. The restaurant Egg in Rehoboth Beach says that this past weekend business was half of what they normally get due to the weather. As the Rehoboth Beach Dewey Beach Chamber of Commerce says, this time of year not as busy as the summer season, of course, and that harsh weather does not help.
Traffic was non-existent. It was just too snowy, too slippery, and a little bit too scary to get out there. So I'm sure the businesses had an impact on them too with employees, and the employees are already at a critical level.
And when you do go to support local businesses, just remember many are operating under the new hours for winter.
Later this morning, the Delaware State Fire Marshal will continue to gather more information from a fire Monday night. This was at the Milton Cheer Center. Several hazmat crews were on the scene. We have photos that we're going to show you that shows a Sussex County EMS vehicle was on fire inside the garage. Just look at the blaze there. The Milton Fire Department says another vehicle that was also on fire was removed. That crews worked for about an hour before the fire was under control. We do know that Denrec and Millsboro fire departments and hazmat units were assisting.
A Seaford police officer has been indicted and suspended after an apparent road rage incident this summer in Bridgeville. Police say Kyle Linville had issues while parking his pickup truck and trailer in a Bridgeville driveway. Inadvertently, he blocked both lanes of Oak Road. An approaching car was unable to get by, and a fight broke out between the two drivers. Prosecutors say the other driver stayed in the car, but Linville scratched their paint, shouted obscenities, and pulled his handgun on the driver. All right, well, we're just getting started this hour of Coast TV News Today.
That page coming up, progress on the new Rehoboth Beach Patrol building and the upcoming demolition plan for the existing structure.
Also ahead, the Baltimore Ravens continue to fly forward. We're showing you how some Ocean City fans are supporting their home team.
And several roadwork projects taking place right now across Sussex County. We're going to tell you some of the areas you may want to avoid. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
It's been a tough year, but we couldn't be more thankful.
With your help, we've raised more than $300,000 for Bless Our Children.
Hi, I'm Elisa Titus with Shell Brothers, and we would like to give an extra special thank you to all the businesses, groups, organizations, and individuals who stepped up to the Shell Brothers Challenge and donated $1,000 or more to the Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign.
Your generosity allowed us to give holiday funds to local charitable organizations on Delmarva. You can feel proud that you helped make the season brighter for many local families on Delmarva.
On behalf of Draper Media and Shell Brothers, a heartfelt thank you to you all.
Bless Our Children is administered by the Draper Holdings Charitable Foundation.
No strangers here, just friends you've not met yet. With an outside patio and inside charm, Irish Eyes Pub and Restaurant Milton is a local's favorite on the banks of the Broadkill River. Irish Eyes Pub and Restaurant Lewis, gorgeous views, free parking, and the best happy hour at the beach, with room for everyone. And for a truly special event, go no further than the Lewis Room at Irish Eyes. The panoramic views, in-house chef, and professional team will make it easy to plan your next event. Find out more at irisheyespub.com.
Middays with me, April Brilliant. It's a feel-good show on your radio.
April is the easiest way to get through your workday.
She can play your favorite song.
She can help you find your furry friend.
The easiest way to get through your workday is with April.
She really makes you feel special.
Hey friends, hang out with me weekdays here on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 each day from 10 to 3.
It's Anthony Anderson and his mama.
I'm just on the bed, flopping like a... Mama, stop!
Tuesday at 2 on Coast TV.
6:13 on this cold Tuesday morning. Bay Health Cam from Dover showing clouds beginning to increase. So I think we'll see some stars early and some sun early and then thickening clouds. But it is frosty out there. Basically everybody inland in the 20s and low 30s below freezing. So take it slow out there. Some slick roads, scraping some frost, mid 30s along the coast. And we have light winds right now. And the skies are mostly clear, but you can see clouds beginning to increase from the south and west. And that will be the trend throughout the day with the increasing clouds. For the kiddos at the bus stop, certainly have to bundle up. 30 degrees, dry and cold. Watch out for some slick spots out there. And heading home, cloudy and any of that ice is melting with a temperature of 44.
Bob, we have a heads up now for drivers who live in or maybe you commute through Millsboro. An emergency road closure is in effect. DelDOT says Hollyville Road between Harmons Hill Road and Hurdle Ditch Road is closed for the rest of this week. This is due to emergency crossroad pipe maintenance, and detours are currently in place.
And we have another road closure to tell you about. This one is in Laurel. We have a view from our coast copter. It's Dogwood Lane. This is between Old Hickory Road and Airport Road. It is closed. Work will take place here through Friday, and DelDOT says this is for installing a crossroad pipe, and there are detours in the area.
Fenwick Island is asking for locals to send their thoughts on wind farms and marine mammals to the federal government. The city's asking people send comments to NOAA specifically about marine life and the wind farms, including establishing a seasonal moratorium on pile driving during the months when right whales are around. Comments can be submitted on regulations.gov. Federal Trade Commission ruled against TurboTax. The agency found parent company Intuit deceived customers by advertising its tax services as free. Now, the problem is those tax services ended up not being free for many users. The FTC ordered Intuit either stop advertising as free or make the services free for all customers. Intuit blasted the appeals process, saying the commission serves as accuser, judge, and jury.
Ford is pulling the plug on some of its electric vehicle production. The automaker announced that it is shutting down one of its 2 Michigan facilities that build the F-150 Lightning. Ford says this move was made in reference to customer demand, or in this case, the apparent lack of it.
Still ahead this morning, Baltimore Ravens haven't had their wings clipped yet. How fans on Delmarva are preparing with their purple and black.
And we're seeing clouds increasing right now in the Tyndall's Casual Furniture Camp, and we'll see those increasing clouds today. It's a frosty start, but it does warm up dramatically in the days to come. And with the warmer weather, we've got rain in the forecast too. I'll time it out on Featurecast after the break.
Start the new year off generously by giving to those in need on Delmarva. Coast Country and Spicer Brothers is hosting our winter clothing drive on Saturday, January 27th from the North Salisbury Wawa parking lot. Stop by from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. to donate new or gently used coats, blankets, or any warm clothing for those who need it most this winter. Join us on January 27th and make a difference in 2024. Coast Country Cares, brought to you by Spicer Brothers.
Your wallet is always in danger. Criminals can hack your information without you even knowing. Introducing Slim Mint, an ultra-thin RFID blocking wallet that keeps your cards and cash protected. Slim Mint uses the latest RFID blocking technology to prevent thieves from stealing your info. It's ergonomically designed to optimize space and keep your belongings organized. With the auto-locking Slim Mint, your cards and money stay securely in place. It has a built-in cash clip and a flexible outer band to fit your additional cards and cash. Call or click now and get Slim Mint for just $29.99. Order in the next 5 minutes and you'll get an instant $10 discount. So it's only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get Slim Mint at this low price. There's a strict limit of 3 Slim Mint wallets while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-613-4296. Call or visit slimmintwallet.com. So call 1-800-613-4296 now.
The weather is brought to you by Spicer Brothers Construction. Born here to serve here. Are leaves and debris causing issues with your gutter? No need to risk climbing a shaky ladder ever again. We have the permanent solution. Gutter Helmet, America's #1 choice in gutter protection for over 40 years. Engineered to manage the heaviest of rainfalls, letting water flow freely. And the best part, never clean your gutters again, guaranteed. The lifetime warranty is transferable, so you can rest assured that you'll never have to replace your gutter helmet system. And right now, save 20% on your new gutters and gutter helmet. Call Gutter Helmet today for your free estimate.
All right, 6:18. It's a Tuesday morning, and in the middle of your screen, we're getting a live look now at Laurel. Let's talk about the temperatures, Bob, in the 40s. Feel like it's been a while.
It's been a while. You know, when we start talking about 40s, like, ooh, nice 40s, you know it's been cold, and it really has been a cold stretch. We were below freezing, of course, Friday through the weekend with the snow. You know all that, so we are beginning to warm things up. Make sure you scan the QR code right there. You need the CoastTV weather app, not just in the stormy times, but in the milder times and the quieter times as well, to show you the big temperature increase. And we've got a huge change on the way. Average high now is 45. We'll be close to that today, around 44. Then we jump into the mid-50s on Wednesday with 54. Then the real good stuff by Thursday and Friday. 63 on Thursday, 66 on Friday, maybe even a little warmer in some places. But with the warmer weather comes some rain and a little cooler by the weekend. So a bit of a reality check as we head into your weekend. But right now it's a big reality check. You step outside, it's cold, 20s and low 30s. Watch out for some slick spots on the road, some frost on the windshield, so leave extra time to warm up the car. Mid-30s along the coast right now. The winds have turned around to the southwest, so that's only the beginning of the warm-up, and we'll be looking at that warm-up with time as we're increasing clouds right now. Arctic high pressure sliding off the east coast. Adios. We're tired of you. We're tired of the cold weather, and we're looking at a lot of moisture back to our west in the form form of rain, even some wintry precipitation as well. It's going to take a couple of days for that to get here, but we're increasing the clouds today. By 11:30, we're in the low 40s, and I think mainly cloudy by mid-afternoon with temperatures in the upper 30s and low 40s, around 43 in Long Neck, Del Mar, and Selbyville. And then into this evening with the clouds and a subtle southwest wind, temperatures slowly fall through the 30s. So I think we actually stay above freezing in a lot of places as we go through the overnight, as it's cloudy in the morning on Wednesday, maybe a stray shower with the clouds and temperatures into the mid-50s by the afternoon. Then the winds ramp up later Wednesday. And then looking at the longer range, here comes some showers on Thursday, heavier Thursday night into early Friday. I think we get a break on Friday. That's the mild day. And then early Saturday is dry, but then later Saturday into Sunday, it could be a heavy rain producer and wind producer at that time. So looks like it could be a weekend washout. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. Mid-40s today, 54 on Wednesday, and then rainy, mild Thursday and Friday. And the weekend is looking unsettled with temperatures in the 50s and then cooler and drier into next week.
All right, well, as we head towards the AFC Championship game this week, and it's not hard to see, purple is the color in Ocean City. The Ravens are attempting to reach the Super Bowl for the third time in their history, so we went to Ocean City to see how excited the town is, and here is what one person told us.
I think it's going to be a back-and-forth game. The Ravens, they got an all-around good team, offense, defense, special teams. And I think that's what's going to put us over the edge. I think it's going to be close. I'm going to say 30-24.
And it's the Ravens and Kansas City Chiefs this Sunday at 3 p.m. This is the first time the city of Baltimore is hosting the AFC Championship game since January 1971. For your historic fans out there, that's when the Baltimore Colts played the Raiders, and then the Colts went on to win Super Bowl V. This does bring us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what are the Ravens' chances against the Chiefs?
I'm liking what I see. 50% of you, that went up, say it's highly likely. I hope so. What went down is unlikely, 1%. We're all feeling a little positive for a local, I would say local Delmarva team. Can I say that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. I know you don't love them, but it's okay. 40% of you say no chance. I think that's what you wanted to vote, Matt, but I know you say it is pretty likely that they will.
Yeah, I mean, there's what I would like to see happen and what I think will happen. Two different things there.
Matt wants to see Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
That's why. Okay, if you haven't voted yet, go to CoastTV.com or our mobile app.
Yeah, Paige, you know me so well. Up next on Coast TV News today, Demolition Prep in Rehoboth Beach for its new beach patrol. We'll tell you when you can expect the old building to be a thing of the past. Don't go anywhere.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
Turn your home into a masterpiece with Artwork Painting. Local professional painters at an affordable price.
Artwork Painting did an excellent job with our house. We were really happy with all of the pieces of work they did, the drywall work, the walls, the trim. I would definitely recommend Artwork Painting for your house.
Artwork Painting treats our customers and their homes with care, delivering quality work and experiences. Call Artwork Painting now for a free same-day estimate. Artwork Painting, keeping Southern Delaware beautiful inside and out.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would.
And they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blenders shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
Have fun and enjoy Delmarva's Coast with Petey the Peacock, Coast TV's feathered friend and sharing joy coast-wide. Know where he's going to be next and get his free coloring book at peteythepeacock.com. Brought to you by Tidal Health.
Keep up with local sports all from one app. From your mobile device to Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV. Download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group.
Rehoboth Beach making progress on its new Beach Patrol building. Demolition prep for the old building off Baltimore Avenue is continuing. It should be taken down in the next few weeks, according to the city.
Dune, D-U-N-E, not disturb. That is the message from DENREC. DENREC says the dunes, we're going to show you here, are the first line of defense against beach erosion and storms. And DENREC says be sure to stay off them. This includes both driving and walking, as that can hurt the dune and dune grass and potentially create gaps for flooding.
I'm Madeline Overturf. Here's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. The Indian River Inlet is headed for a project. A jetty there is slated for repairs and stabilization in the spring. The Army Corps of Engineers says a $5.3 million project will fix a portion of the bulkhead and better secure a portion of the South Jetty. Police expect charges to be filed after a fight at a Snow Hill High School basketball game. Officers made the announcement Monday, saying they are still reviewing video evidence. And here's an amazing adoption story. Derry was one of the Brandywine Valley SPCA's longest residents. He was also one of the dogs rescued from a dogfighting ring in Seaford a year ago. He has now found his forever home. That's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. I'm Madeline Overturf.
Feedback now being accepted on possible regulatory changes to fishing in Maryland. The Maryland Department of Natural Resources says species under consideration include, it's a long list, bluefin tuna, billfish, swordfish, and shark, bluefish oysters, snapper groupers, complex striped bass, and yellow perch. Those changes could include size limit, catch limit changes to the season, and some more. Those comments are being accepted through February 6th.
Can you read that list again?
Yeah, let me just check my notes. Give me a sec.
All right, First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey's back with us again. Feeling fine in the 40s.
Not yet, later today, but we're getting there slowly but surely. We're in the 30s this morning, even some 20s, so scraping some ice this morning, but we're melting snow and ice this afternoon with 44 in Seaford and Georgetown and Laurel. A little cooler along the coast and to the north. A light southwest wind. Eastern Shore, you're into the lower and middle 40s too. Vienna 44, Cambridge 44, Easton 42, and then farther south across Maryland and back into Virginia, Chincoteague 46, Berlin 46, and Salisbury 46 degrees, and that's only the beginning. Temperatures continue to climb, and we increase rain chances. Much more on your forecast coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Also coming up after the break, more discussions on Milford's bicycle master plan. We're telling you what today's workshop will focus on.
Also, heated discussion at a public hearing for a proposed pallet village in Milford, the effort to help those who are facing homelessness.
And this small town was the first in the nation to vote in the 2024 presidential primary. We're telling you more about the makeup of registered voters and how that played out in the results as Coast TV News Today continues.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
Come out for the Delmarva Shorebirds Hot Stove Banquet, Thursday, February 8th at the Wycomico Youth and Civic Center. Get your tickets today, which include a buffet-style dinner and your opportunity to meet former Orioles pitcher Ben McDonald. Plus, there'll be a cash bar and silent auction with sports memorabilia from your favorite MLB and minor league teams. Proceeds benefit the Shorebirds Fly Together Fund. Tickets available now at theshorebirds.com.
30 years ago, a historic ice storm knocked out power for 10 days. Trees fell across power lines and ice snapped utility poles. Our Delaware Electric Cooperative team worked around the clock to help those we serve. 3 decades later, we've applied the lessons we learned during the storm to make our grid stronger. Through the dedication of our employees, Co-op power has never been more reliable. And while the weather is unpredictable, DEC's commitment to doing what's best for our members will never change.
This is Coast TV News Today.
January 23rd, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
Yeah, 6:30 a.m. on this Tuesday morning. We keep talking about it,
Yeah.
but I think all of us, maybe it's cabin fever.
Yeah.
But we are ready for that warm-up.
I'm so ready. Do you find it harder to get out of bed when you're just cold?
Well, here's the thing with that, Paige.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little insight
Hit me.
into Matt's bed.
Okay, sure.
Recently, flannel sheets have made an appearance. So comfortable. So now I'm like sleeping in. I'm not beating the alarm. I'm a hit right. So yes.
You get it. I just made the switch to flannel sheets too, and this was a discussion on Coast Life, silk sheets or flannel sheets, and everyone said, you're not fancy if you don't have silk sheets. Then I don't want to be fancy. I want to be comfortable.
These flannel,
Yes.
I sleep so much better with the flannel
Me
sheets in the
too.
winter.
Try it out. Obviously, this is not endorsed by flannel sheets. This is just two people's opinions. Let's bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey with a question for you, Bob. Flannel sheets, yes or no?
Flannel, yes. Silk, no. It's like too slippery almost. But flannel, I love. But the room has to be cold because if the room is warm and you're in flannel sheets, So, yeah, you do need that dynamic going on. And it is cold this morning outside. So if you're nice and tucked in your bed and watching, outside it's cold. 20s and low 30s. It's a little frosty out there. Watch out for isolated slick spots on the roads. Mid-30s along the coast right now. And we have seen the winds now begin to shift to the southwest. They're pretty light. And we're looking at mostly clear skies, but there are some high clouds beginning to increase as Arctic high pressure is finally moving away. So that will increase the flow from the southwest and the moisture as well. So we walk you through it on Futurecast. You can see the clouds beginning to increase, as do the temperatures. Mid-30s, mid-morning, we're really melting things off by noon with low 40s, and I think we're in the low to mid-40s by 2 p.m., but I think we'll be pretty cloudy at that time and then into the evening hours as well. Going for a run, a better morning for a run as any kind of ice will start to melt, but really be careful out there. We'll be slick underfoot. Temperatures in the 30s, warming into the 40s with increasing clouds, and at least the winds will be light.
And breaking news this morning, first votes in the New Hampshire primary took place just after midnight. This was in the small town of Dixville Notch.
Yeah, as you can see there, all 6 registered voters cast their ballot for Nikki Haley in the Republican presidential race against former President Trump.
Yeah, this is a tradition for the resort town to open its polls just after midnight for elections.
And for the primary, Dixville Notch had 4 voters registered Republican, 2 undeclared voters.
Well, the debate on a possible pallet village for the homeless, that was hot in Milford as the city council let the public speak their minds during a public hearing, and not everyone there is seeing eye to eye.
Definitely not. Coast TV News reporter Charles Reinert shows us both sides of this debate and what could be next for the topic.
A packed room tonight in Milford. Town council considering a pallet village to help the homeless. And that debate was passionate and at times divisive.
These are people who need shelter.
Please consider this somewhere besides downtown.
David A. Shockley at Jesus Love Temple thinks the village is the right move for Milford.
While it may not be a permanent solution, it is a solution. And I've been here for 45 years, just about, and every solution, every other idea has been shot down. Every other thing that we've done has been kicked to the curb. And I believe it's classism, and I believe there are some things that really underneath of it all.
But not everyone sees this issue the same way.
I have a heart, I feel for these people, but I don't think that this is going to do anything to solve affordable housing, and it's, from what I see, it's not doing anything for their addiction.
The Springboard Collaborative is the organization running this proposed pallet village, and they have experience. They helped Georgetown develop a similar home for the homeless. Sarah Bloom with the city says it's been discussing this idea since a homeless encampment was removed in 2022.
So we've seen tent encampments pop up in various places since then, and Code Purple is certainly quite busy. Brandywine Counseling, council did pass the ordinance about the panhandling at intersections. So in various conversations and discussion, it's happened.
Monday's meeting ran late into the night, and this heated debate over how to handle homelessness in Milford is far from over. Now, according to Bloom, if this does move on with City Council, there's going to be more public hearings to talk about this topic, but it's not quite sure when those public hearings could be quite yet. I'm Charles Reinert in Milford, Coast TV News.
And it's not just Georgetown and maybe Milford with a pallet village. This right here is the Ann Street housing in Salisbury. This opened last year and is transitionary housing as well as counseling on site too.
Well, happening today, making room for either biking or parking. That's the question as Milford continues to pursue adding bicycle lanes to Marshall Street. Now, this comes from the city's bicycle master plan, began in 2008. A public workshop will be held today from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. This will be at the Milford Public Works Building. And if finalized, the lanes would go from Southeast 2nd Street to Watergate Boulevard South.
Delaware Republicans have introduced 3 measures on accountability. The first, House Bill 261, would establish the Office of Legislative Ethics so members of the public can request investigations. Another bill involves legislators that help write budgets or grant and aid bills. If they work for a non-government organization, those organizations cannot receive money from bills written by the lawmaker in question. The last measure would create a grant and aid committee to review each applicant's performance, financial stability, and efficiency, so lawmakers have more oversight on taxpayer money.
And happening today, the next step to increase the law enforcement presence in the Dagsboro 100. This is an area south of Millsboro. Plans call for a police station to be built east of Patriots Way. Approximately 44 acres is needed. And to do this, a conditional use of the land currently zoned for agricultural and residential must be approved. This is scheduled for one of the public hearings this afternoon at the Sussex County Council meeting.
Israel has proposed a 2-month pause in fighting for the release of all the remaining hostages being held by Hamas. The proposed deal was first reported by Axios, which noted the plan would be release hostages in stages, starting with those over 60 years old and in dire medical condition. Hostage talks have been at an impasse over Hamas's demand for a permanent ceasefire.
A Supreme Court ruling putting added pressure on lawmakers to pass an immigration plan.
The court letting Border Patrol remove razor wire along part of the Rio Grande.
The Biden administration suing Texas to stop its border efforts. They're arguing immigration is a federal matter, so the new ruling puts more pressure on Biden and Congress to address the crisis.
Senate negotiators say a sticking point is how to pay for it.
More news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Still ahead, stacking up scholarships. Many are up for grabs for Indian River High School seniors and alumni. We're telling you about how you can apply or support students in need.
Also, 4 big pictures. We'll soon learn where they stand in Oscar nominations. It's coming up in just a few hours. We'll tell you what is expected as the nominations set to be released this morning.
And a buzzer beater in overtime as Salisbury School faces Cambridge South Dorchester in boys basketball. We're showing you the thrilling matchup between the top 2 teams in the conference. Stay with us on CoastTV News Today.
Get your photos off your phone and have a Shutterfly designer create your photo book in just 24 hours for free. Get your photos off your phone and get 40% off everything with code PB40.
What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable lithium-ion power plant. So fast and so convenient. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Look, you can inflate all 4 tires on a single charge. It has a built-in smart pressure digital sensor that gauges and automatically stops when the set tire pressure is reached. Easily inflate pool toys, exercise balls, and more. Call or go online now and get the complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for the factory direct price of just $79.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free, and we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-771-0865. That's 1-800-771-0865 or go to getbullseyepro.com.
Enjoy an evening of elegance and unmask a child's future at the 10th Annual Boys and Girls Club Masquerade Ball. Dress up and bring your finest mask to the Lighthouse Cove Event Center in Dewey Beach on Saturday, February 24th. Doors open at 6 for live and silent auctions, an open bar, dinner, and dancing. Save the date and help fund scholarships and key initiatives that benefit kids in our community. For more information, call 302-841-9639.
On an all-new Drew. Without further ado, Barry Manilow.
I come from nowhere, nothing. I would say my dream came true, but I never even dreamt that.
Can you believe it?
Tuesday at noon on Coast TV.
Just about 6:40 on this gorgeous morning. Our sun is up at 7:14 and already brightening skies on our Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam. You see clouds beginning to increase, 29 in Laurel. So we still have some slick spots on the road, some frost to be scraped off the windshield this morning with sub-freezing temperatures inland and a light breeze. So we're not talking about a wind chill per se, as we're looking at increasing high clouds right now. And those clouds will continue to increase with time and eventually become cloudy later this afternoon. Today's checklist, we've got green check marks everywhere. Ice scraper, you're going to be scraping for a few minutes. Watch for the icy spots on the road still. Heavy coat, gloves and mittens, all that winter garb needed this morning, and a warm beverage. And this morning you'll need the sunglasses, not so much this afternoon with the clouds increasing.
All right, thanks, Bob. And the Alliance for Automotive Innovation released its report for the third quarter of 2023. According to this report, electric vehicles now represent 9.7% of new car sales in Delaware. There are also 437 publicly available electric charging outlets in the first state. Overall, Delaware has 10,039 electric cars on the road. It makes it the 31st in the nation in ratio of electric vehicles to public chargers.
Voters in town of Bethel can head to the polls beginning next month. The election there is scheduled for Saturday, February 17th from 1 to 4 at the Community House. You can reach out to a Board of Elections member there with any questions.
And over the weekend, Greenwood voters got to make their voices heard. There were 3 town council members earned new 2-year terms in that election. The members include Brenda Talent, Donald Donovan, and Doreen Jones. The members will be sworn in on Valentine's Day at the meeting there on February 14th.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good morning. The top basketball team in the ESEAC, Salisbury School, facing the #1 squad in the Bayside, Cambridge South Dorchester. The Vikings without starters Kobe Ennolds and Jaden Harris for this one, and hosting Salisbury School. Entering the fourth, the Dragons leading 48-32, and then this guy happened. LaShawn Moody in transition feeds Sterling Perkins and one. The flex on the floor. He'd make the free throw too. Next trip down the floor, Moody, do it yourself, a little English off the glass. The senior was just getting started. This time, dribble, pull up, count the floater, and give him another at the line. CSD cuts the lead all the way down to 4. Dragons need to stop the bleeding. Perkins has other ideas. Picks Noah Tucker's pocket. Timeout Vikings. It's 54-52, and this gym is rocking. Out of stoppage, more Moody. CSD would take a 56-54 lead before the Salisbury School split up the momentum. Remember, Tucker, that's big. A 3 to give the Dragons a 57-56 lead. Final seconds of regulation, 60-58 Salisbury. Anthony Hughes checks his DNA for 100% dog, and we're headed to overtime. Extra basketball in Bayside North Country. More Moody, CSD, led by as much as 4. Fast forward to 8.5 seconds left. Vikings up 2. Sophomore Xavier Stratton fouled on the floor. He hits the first one and drills the second run right here, setting the stage for Moody. He hit 20 of his 32 points in the fourth quarter and overtime and saved the best for last. Cambridge wins it 70-68 at the buzzer. The Vikings are 12-1 on the season now. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day.
Excitement and speculation rising as we are only hours away from this year's Oscar nominations, so we got to look at some of the big films expected to be part of this year's list. It's possible the 4 films, Oppenheimer, Barbie, Killers of the Flower Moon, and Poor Things, could all hit double digits for nominations. It'd be the second time that's ever happened. All 4 films are expected to be contenders for Best Picture, but they could also pick up directing and acting nominations too. The awards will be handed out on March 10th.
Hey there, everybody. Here's what's happening today at 4 o'clock on Coast Life.
We are going to share another mom moment with you, all the tough yet funny moments of parenting.
That's right, Andy. You can have a say in who's going to be on the cover of the Bartender magazine. It could be someone from Rehoboth Beach.
That's right, and we're also taking a trip to the Fenwick Inn.
Looking forward to all of that, and some more happening today at 4 o'clock on Coast Life.
And looking like a postcard right now in our Boardwalk Plaza cam. Look at this shot. Looking towards a beautiful sunrise right now in Rehoboth, and it will be a nice day. Increasing clouds and increasing warmth with time, as that will be the trend. And along with the warmth comes some rain as well. I'll time it out on a Futurecast coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
Imagine a knife taking this much abuse and didn't need sharpening. Introducing the incredible NutriBlade knives, coated with granite stone non-stick and made of stainless steel, one of the hardest substances on earth. Now everyone can chop, slice, and dice just like a pro. Order right now to get this professional 6-piece set of NutriBlades for just $29.95. We'll even ship them to you free. Get your own NutriBlade knives, the last knives you'll ever buy.
20 out.
I think when you open your eyes, you get to decide, how's my day going to be? We want to be a way to start your day, lighten your load, every single morning.
Weather brought to you by Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, dedicated to excellence in Delaware and Maryland.
Homeowners frequently face unexpected heating and air conditioning expenses at the most inconvenient times. For a limited time, Coastal Comfort is offering a worry-free 10-year guarantee on select systems for as low as $199 a month. Customers will also receive 10 years of parts, 10 years of labor, and 10 years of maintenance, but only with Coastal Comfort. Discover peace of mind with Coastal Comfort, keeping your home comfortable and hassle-free for years to come. Coastal Comfort, a Carrier Factory Authorized Dealer. Carrier, turn to the experts.
It is 6:46 a.m. on this Tuesday morning. We're going to take a live look right now at Dover. Sun about to be up there, but how beautiful does Dover look right now, Bob? I love that.
Looks great, and the roads look clear. That doesn't mean we don't have still some isolated slick spots, Paige, so we have to watch out for that. But looking good visibility, and the warming trend is just about underway, so we're looking A-OK. Make sure you scan the QR code down there, lower left part of your screen. That will get you to the CoastTV weather app. You're scraping frost this morning, and it's going to take a little while, maybe a couple of minutes, maybe a little more, as we have temperatures below freezing right now. 29 in Georgetown, Redden 27, Delmar 28, Salisbury, you're at 30 degrees, so everybody's frosty inland, marginally frosty along the coast. 34 in Bethany Beach, still cold enough for some frost there. 33 in Rehoboth, so just take time to warm up the car, and do watch out for those icy spots this morning. Winds are starting to turn around to the southwest, and that will continue to warm us up with time. It will be a gradual process as we're looking at mostly clear skies right now, and it's tough to tell, but we do have high clouds building in from the south and west, thicker clouds through Virginia on into the Carolinas, and they will be building in throughout the day as Arctic high pressure is sliding offshore, and that will allow a moisture southwesterly flow to kick in, and we're seeing the rain across the deep south into the Midwest, and even some icy weather into the upper Midwest. And eventually this will be heading our way, but it will take a couple of days. So here's Futurecast this morning. We start to increase those high clouds, and by mid-morning, mid-30s, so we're melting some of that ice and snow, and that really gets accelerated by the noon hour with low 40s from Georgetown to Selbyville, Delmar around 41, but you can see the clouds, well, increasing and thickening throughout the day, so pretty much cloudy by the afternoon with temperatures in the low to mid-40s, some 30s as well. And this evening we're looking at the clouds, and with the clouds and a southwest breeze, I think temperatures stay above freezing tonight, so that's certainly good news. And then Wednesday, we keep it pretty cloudy, but look at these temperatures by afternoon, 54 in Millsboro and Georgetown, so we just continue to warm things up, and then the winds will ramp up as we go into Wednesday evening, so that will increase the moisture and the temperatures as we go into Thursday. And here is Thursday. We're looking at some rain building into Delaware, and I think as we go into Thursday evening, some of those showers could be heavier. Then we get a bit of a break on your Friday and then into early Saturday, so part of the weekend's looking okay, but then Saturday evening, here comes another round of rain. This system a little more potent, and some of that rain could be heavy as we go on into Sunday morning, and then it looks like that wraps in some colder air behind it. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 44 today, overcast on Wednesday, 54, maybe a few stray showers, better chance of showers on Thursday, and really warming up, 63 up to 66 on Friday. Hello, very nice weather there with some showers and more showers into Saturday, but it cools down. I think the showers move in later Saturday, 54 into Saturday night and Sunday, 51 there, and then drier and cooler into Monday.
Thanks, Bob. And for more weather updates, make sure to pull out your phones and scan the QR code for our First Alert Weather app. You can download the app for free to get all the weather updates you need.
Bay Health and the Food Bank of Delaware partnering on a local food drive to help Delawareans in need. Bay Health's Stuff the Mobile Care Unit food drive will continue now through January 28th. Collection times are 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. every day at the main entrances of the Bay Health Kent and Sussex hospitals. Non-perishable items are needed, such as canned fruit, vegetables, peanut butter granola bars, and rice.
Well, 3 scholarships are up for grabs for Indian River High School seniors and alumni. The IR Pride Scholarship celebrates school spirit by asking current seniors, how have you contributed to make Indian River a better place? And Alumni Association members who graduated in any past year, they can apply for money to help them pay for any level of college. And then finally, there is the Ridge Murray Memorial Scholarship. That one is offered to seniors who share similar characteristics of a 2014 graduate who passed away unexpectedly in November of 2021.
If you're someone who wants to make a difference, this may be for you. The Ocean City Department of Emergency Management is providing Community Emergency Response Team basic training. It's an 8-week course that ends with a disaster simulation scenario in a realistic environment. The training is typically 1 night a week for 8 weeks. It begins March 21st.
Rehoboth Beach Animal Hospital is implementing a new urgent care service, and this is to assist local pet owners, both non-clients and clients. The program will be curbside service, and it will operate on a first-come, first-served basis. The urgent care will be open from 9 a.m. through 5:30 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. However, walk-ins, they are not being accepted. Prior scheduling for this, it is a must.
And it's a frosty, cold morning. You can see all the snow and the frost out there on the Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam. The January thaw continues. It really kicks into high gear as we go towards the end of the week with very warm temperatures, and with that, a chance of rain, and that rain hangs around for a part of the weekend, looking a little wet there. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up after the break.
I posit that perhaps the pickle purveyor prompted this predicament by producing and promoting this peerless pickle despite a paucity of product for the pumped pickle public.
Gotta sample the evidence.
A new night court tonight on NBC and Peacock.
To first dates.
John Cryer. Critics love him.
She's hot and she thinks I'm cute. That's what I call go time.
First dates, not so much.
What did you do, Jim? What? I was being myself. And there's your problem.
Extended Family tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Turn your home into a masterpiece with Artwork Painting. Local professional painters at an affordable price.
Artwork Painting did an excellent job with our house. We were really happy with all of the pieces of work they did, the drywall work, the walls, the trim. I would definitely recommend Artwork Painting for your house.
Artwork Painting treats our customers and their homes with care, delivering quality work and experiences. Call Artwork Painting now for a free same-day estimate. Artwork Painting, keeping Southern Delaware beautiful inside and out.
You need to lose weight, but you hate lugging out that big blender for a healthy shake. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. Designed like this shake bottle you take to the gym, it has the motor and blades built right into the lid. Bionic Blade quickly creates smooth drinks just like the big blenders. But this is portable, so you can make a shake anywhere. Make pina coladas right by poolside. Even grind coffee beans and make a quick, refreshing iced coffee pick-me-up on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 and we'll even ship it to you free. But wait, order now and get 2 sipping lids, a second large blender container, plus the sports lid, yours free. You'll get this entire portable blending system for just $29.99. Call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-709-7148 or go to buybionicblade.com. So call 1-800-709-7148 or you can order online at buybionicblade.com.
Don't miss the 41st Annual Seaside Boat Show, February 16th through the 18th at the Ocean City Convention Center, the show that works for kids. Sponsored by the Ocean City Berlin Optimist Club with over 300 boats and 140 vendors. See the new lines of boats and the latest in marine engines, electronics, and accessories. North Bay Marina is donating a Sweetwater pontoon boat with a Honda motor. So come on out to the #1 indoor boat show on the Eastern Shore, the Seaside Boat Show.
It is 6:54. It's time now for some things you need to know before you go. We now know the identities of the 2 U.S. Navy SEALs who died off the coast of Somalia earlier this month. They are 37-year-old Navy Special Warfare Operation First Class Christopher Chambers, who's from Maryland, and 27-year-old Navy Special Warfare Operator Second Class Nathan Ingram. The SEALs disappeared January 11th while attempting to board a ship to search for Iranian weapons. One fell into the water due to 8-foot swells. The second SEAL disappeared after diving in to help. Both are presumed dead after a 10-day search.
Rehoboth Beach is making progress on its new Beach Patrol building. Now, demolition prep for the old one off of Baltimore Avenue continues. Should be taken down in the next few weeks. This is according to city officials.
The first votes in the New Hampshire primary took place just after midnight in the small town of Dixville Notch. All 6 registered voters there cast their ballot for Nikki Haley in the Republican presidential race against former President Trump. It's a tradition for that resort town to open its polls just after midnight.
As we head towards the AFC Championship game this weekend, not hard to see that purple is the color in Ocean City. The Ravens are attempting to reach the Super Bowl for the 3rd time in their history. It's the Ravens and Kansas City Chiefs this Sunday at 3 p.m.
Looking forward to that. Well, one dog in Philadelphia being rewarded for preventing what could have been an explosive situation.
Yeah, this is wild here. This is Kobe, a 4-year-old husky.
He's so cute. Last month, his owner, Chanel Bell, noticed he was digging a hole in the yard, which he's actually never done before. Bell checked out with a gas detection device, realized he was smelling low-pressure gas leaks.
She called the gas company, got it fixed, and then shared the story on social media. Bell also wrote a book about what happened, and PETA caught wind of the story. The organization is now giving Kobe a heroic dog award.
He deserves it. I mean, think of how many lives he probably saved.
Yeah.
That's incredible there. Love dogs. My dog, he just sits
He
around.
would just let you...
Yeah. He'd save my fiance and not me. Just kidding. Well, not. We'll get into that another day.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's some drama in that household there.
He's definitely man's best friend, but let's bring in Bob now. Hey, Bob, sorry.
Everyone's best friend is Bob.
Yeah.
That dog needs a big treat, maybe like a big juicy steak for sniffing out the gas like that. That is a big deal for sure. Another big deal is a warm-up that's coming our way. We are looking at temperatures that are frosty this morning, so watch out for the frost. Make sure you scrape the frost off your car, warm up the car. Watch out for the isolated slick spots on the roads as well. But we do warm through the 30s with increasing clouds, and then we're into the mid-40s as we go into the afternoon, melting off some of that snow and ice, and that's just the beginning. Paul Davis 10-day forecast, 54 cloudy on Wednesday, 63 with showers on Thursday. Friday's the warmest day at 66 with showers, but it looks like a wet later Saturday into Sunday with 50s. Then it dries out and cools off as we go into next week.
Bob, thank you so much, and thank you for joining us on Coast TV News Today.
Yeah, the Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
And don't forget, we'll be back with Coast TV News midday at 11, so stick with us.
And for even more news and coverage in Countdown, download our apps. Have a great Tuesday morning, everybody.